The 1970s were a time of bold fashion, disco music, and unforgettable food that defined a whole era. But do you remember the party food that used to be the star of every gathering? From gelatin molds that seemed to defy gravity to quirky appetizers that brought families together, these culinary creations were as unique as the decade itself. Let's take a nostalgic journey through 17 memorable party food favorites from the 1970s that have sadly faded into obscurity. Get ready to relive the flavors of the past. 1. Cheese and pineapple hedgehogs. An absolute centerpiece at any 1970s gathering, the cheese and pineapple hedgehog was both decorative and delicious. This creation involved a foil-wrapped potato or a large orange, studded with cocktail sticks holding cubes of cheddar cheese and chunks of pineapple. The combination of sharp, tangy cheese with the sweet juiciness of pineapple offered a burst of flavor that was surprisingly addictive. But the appeal didn't stop at taste. The hedgehog's quirky presentation made it a conversation starter, bringing smiles to guests of all ages. While it's a rarity today, modern attempts to recreate this retro appetizer often miss the charm of its original design. This item captures the essence of 1970s party culture: bold, experimental, and undeniably fun. 2. Shrimp cocktail. If there was one dish that screamed luxury in the 70s, it was the shrimp cocktail. Served in elegant glassware, often on a bed of crisp lettuce, this dish combined succulent shrimp with a tangy cocktail sauce made from ketchup, horseradish, and Worcestershire sauce. Shrimp cocktails were a staple at both formal dinners and casual gatherings. The visual appeal of those perfectly arranged shrimp hooked over the edge of the glass made it a crowd pleaser. Today, this dish feels dated to some, but for those who experienced the 1970s, it's a delicious reminder of an era when presentation mattered just as much as taste. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this culinary journey through the past. Let's keep the nostalgia alive together. 3. Jell-o salads. The infamous Jell-o salad, a dish that defined 1970s party food. These gelatin-based creations came in all shapes, sizes, and flavors. Whether it was lime Jell-o with shredded carrots or strawberry Jell-o with whipped cream and fruit, the combinations were as adventurous as they were bizarre. Some recipes even included savory ingredients like olives or canned tuna, creating a stark contrast of flavors. The wobbly texture and vibrant colors of Jell-o salads made them both a visual and textural experience, often served as a side dish or dessert. While modern taste buds may cringe at some of these concoctions, Jell-o salads were a true emblem of 70s experimentation in the kitchen. 4. Fondue. The 70s were the golden age of fondue. Whether it was cheese fondue for savory lovers or chocolate fondue for dessert enthusiasts, the communal nature of dipping bread, fruit, or marshmallows into a bubbling pot brought people together. Cheese fondue typically featured a blend of Swiss cheeses like Gruyere and Emmental, combined with white wine and a touch of garlic. The chocolate version, on the other hand, involved melting rich chocolate with cream for an indulgent treat. Fondue parties were intimate and interactive, making them a hit at social gatherings. Though fondue sets have made occasional comebacks, the trend has never quite matched its 1970s heyday. 5. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs were a 1970s classic that graced almost every party table. Made by having hard-boiled eggs, scooping out the yolks, and mixing them with mayonnaise, mustard, and spices before piping the mixture back in, these bite-sized treats were simple yet flavorful. Garnished with paprika or fresh herbs, deviled eggs were versatile, easy to prepare, and universally loved. They embodied the 70s approach to food, taking something basic and elevating it into a showpiece. While deviled eggs still make appearances at gatherings today, their popularity doesn't quite match the fervor they enjoyed in the disco decade. 6. Stuffed celery. Stuffed celery was another simple yet elegant appetizer that ruled the 1970s party scene. Celery stalks were filled with a variety of mixtures, from cream cheese and chives to peanut butter or pimento cheese. This crunchy, creamy snack offered a delightful contrast in textures and flavors. Often arranged on decorative platters, stuffed celery added a touch of sophistication to any event. While celery has since lost its status as a party food superstar, its 1970s version remains a nostalgic favorite for many. 7. Ambrosia salad. A staple of potlucks and holiday parties, ambrosia salad was a sweet concoction of marshmallows, canned fruit, shredded coconut, and whipped cream. Sometimes, nuts or maraschino cherries were added for extra flair. The combination of textures and flavors, chewy marshmallows, juicy fruit, and creamy dressing, made it a dessert-like side dish that everyone looked forward to. Ambrosia salad epitomized the 1970s love for sweet, creamy dishes that doubled as conversation pieces. 8. Vienna sausages in barbecue sauce. These tiny sausages, smothered in tangy barbecue sauce, were a quick and easy appetizer that became a 1970s party staple. Served on toothpicks, they were both convenient and delicious, making them a hit with both kids and adults. Often served in slow cookers to keep them warm throughout the party, Vienna sausages were a go-to for hosts looking to impress without much effort. Though they've largely disappeared from party menus today, their simplicity and nostalgic value make them unforgettable. 9. Quiche Lorraine. This savory French dish gained massive popularity in the 1970s, becoming a symbol of sophistication. Made with a buttery crust, a rich egg custard, bacon, and cheese, quiche Lorraine was versatile enough to be served as an appetizer, main dish, or even a breakfast option. Its creamy, savory filling made it a crowd pleaser, and its association with French cuisine added a touch of elegance to any gathering. While quiches are still enjoyed today, their 70s popularity remains unmatched. 10. Cheese balls. Cheese balls were the epitome of retro party food. A mixture of cream cheese, shredded cheddar, and spices, rolled into a ball and coated in chopped nuts or herbs, this appetizer was both flavorful and visually appealing. Guests would slice off pieces with crackers, creating a shared experience that embodied the communal spirit of 70s gatherings. Cheese balls were often served on elaborate platters with a variety of crackers, making them a centerpiece as well as a snack. 11. Angel food cake with Cool Whip. This light and airy dessert was a hit at 70s parties. Angel food cake, known for its fluffy texture, was often topped with Cool Whip and fresh fruit for a simple yet elegant treat. Its low-fat content also made it appealing to the diet-conscious crowd of the decade. While angel food cake still exists, its association with Cool Whip is a distinctly 1970s phenomenon that's hard to replicate today. 12. Pigs in a blanket. This bite-sized appetizer featured cocktail sausages wrapped in crescent roll dough and baked to golden perfection. Pigs in a blanket were easy to make, fun to eat, and universally loved, making them a must-have at 1970s gatherings. While they're still enjoyed today, the nostalgia associated with their 1970s origins adds a special charm that's hard to replicate. 13. Fruit punch with floating rings. Fruit punch served in large bowls, often with ice rings studded with fruit slices, was a show-stopping beverage at 70s parties. The vibrant colors and refreshing flavors made it a hit with guests of all ages. Hosts took pride in creating unique punch recipes, adding everything from sherbet to soda for a fizzy twist. While punch bowls have largely fallen out of favor, their retro charm remains unforgettable. 14. Carrot cake. Carrot cake rose to fame in the 1970s as a healthier dessert option. Made with grated carrots, nuts, and spices, and topped with a rich cream cheese frosting, it offered a unique blend of flavors and textures. Carrot cakes continues to be a favorite dessert for many, but its association with the 1970s as a health-conscious indulgence adds to its nostalgic appeal. 15. 7-layer dip. This colorful, layered appetizer was a crowd pleaser at every 1970s gathering. With layers of refried beans, guacamole, sour cream, salsa, shredded cheese, chopped tomatoes, and black olives, the 7-layer dip offered a perfect combination of flavors and textures. Often served with tortilla chips, this dish was a testament to the decade's growing love for Tex-Mex cuisine. Its vibrant presentation and addictive taste made it a party classic that remains beloved today. 16. Spaghetti salad. A creative twist on traditional pasta salad, spaghetti salad was a 1970s invention that mixed cold spaghetti with chopped vegetables, Italian dressing, and sometimes grated cheese. This tangy, refreshing dish was a staple at potlucks and outdoor gatherings. Though not as common today, Spaghetti salad's unique texture and bold flavors make it a standout memory from the decade. 17. Chex Party Mix. Originally introduced in the mid-20th century, Chex Party Mix hit its peak of popularity in the 1970s. A blend of cereal, pretzels, nuts, and a savory seasoning mix, it was easy to prepare and perfect for casual snacking at parties. Homemade Chex Mix became a household favorite, with families tweaking the recipe to suit their tastes. Its crunchy, savory goodness made it an essential part of the 1970s party experience. The 1970s were an era of innovation, bold flavors, and unique presentations that made party food unforgettable. While many of these dishes have been abandoned or modernized, their nostalgic charm and the memories they evoke remain timeless. If this trip down memory lane brought back warm feelings or made your mouth water, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with friends who love a good dose of nostalgia. Let's keep these culinary traditions alive.